was so 3D, so present.
What's up, y'all? This your boy DC. We back with another one. We got a special session for you guys today, and we're going to talk about reverbs. So welcome to the eMix studio, and we're going to dive into it. Reverbs is always a big topic. It can hurt your mix. It can bring your mix to life. In this case, our homegirl Kamry, the song is called Passionate You. When she hired us to do this mix for her, she was like, it has to sound big and airy. I want to feel like I'm floating. So we were like, we got you. And it came out really magical. And I just want to dive into it and let you guys see how we approached it and how we got it to sound like it sounds. So let's dive in. This is actually the full mix. So let's just listen to that first.
Youth was so 3D, so present and wholly wondered so deeply, felt harder so softly.
All right, so we'll just go that far. You hear the reverb. It's right in your face. It's big, and that's what we really wanted. And it just came out great, and people love it. It's on iTunes, Spotify. It's up everywhere. So let's just dive in. So what do we use? We use one of our secret weapons. So let's dive to that. Shout out to Native Instruments on their reverb plugin called RAUM. It's really underrated. A lot of people don't talk about it. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there that dive deeper into the plugin, but this has been our go-to as of late. This one here, what does this say? Airy. Boom, right there. So real quick, as soon as I pulled this up, what I did is it defaults here. I pull it down to where it sounds good. So let me.
Youth was.
You see how that's kind of bright?
So 3D, so present and wholly wondered so deeply, felt harder.
Now, see, turning that that low pass and taking some of those high and that sibilance out of the reverb there, bringing it down like that, it really makes the reverb sit in the mix properly, just in the right, it just matches the tone. We really didn't want a real bright tone. We wanted a more darker tone, so we really wrote off those highs. So that's what you see I did there. Another thing is this is a pretty long reverb. It's really big, right? And you don't want that to get in the way of the vocals. So really important is pre-delays on your reverb. So let's play it again. Zero pre-delay.
So 3D, so present and wholly wondered so deeply.
So what the pre-delay does is it's 22 milliseconds in this case here, behind the actual main vocal. So when someone speaks, it's going to be a little bit behind that vocal so that the vocal can still sit in front of the mix, but then the reverb kind of sits behind that. And you can control how much or how little of that, or how soon or how late that reverb comes in. So that's a pro tip. Any reverb using RAUM or any other reverb in the DAW that you use, pre-delays are really, really important. It's a must. If you're putting it on vocals, you need it because you want that vocal to hit first and then the reverb to come after that. So that's the rolling off the highs, and then also a pre-delay.
Youth was so 3D, so present and wholly wondered.
Yep. Sounds good. So once you get that dialed in the way you want here, this is her vocal track right here, and this is the aux in. So this is how much signal is coming from her vocals into that reverb. So I had it at negative 2.2. So let's dial that in so you can see the kind of feel that we were going for.
Youth was so 3D, so present and holy.
Almost.
Wondered so deeply, fell harder, so softly. Youth was.
Yep. It makes it sound like she's in a cathedral, but not quite really. It just really makes it feel like she's on a grand stage and she's speaking her truth and she's letting it all out. And she loved it when she heard it. We love it.
Softly, then you took my hand, told me I should write my story, said you were my friend.
Yeah, so it sounds like a lot, but when you put it in the mix, it sounds really good. So the important things with reverbs is the pre-delay. Make sure you're not fighting the vocals. Understanding what the reverb is, what kind of feel you're going for. In this case, we're going for big and airy. Another thing is watch out because reverb kind of makes things sit back in the mix. That's why the pre-delays are so important. And the other thing is the frequencies. In this one, we wrote off the high cut because with the high cut all the way off.
Softly, then you took my hand, told me I should write my story, said you were my friend. You and I are ones and onlys.
Taking that high cut off and making it more the low end of that reverb just makes those vocals sound way more full. It just sticks out a lot more. And then on your sends, you just dial in the amount that you want until you get that majestic feel that you're going for. Really cool thing about RAUM is that it's so easy to use. They don't overcomplicate it. They got a lot of good presets in there. We use it all the time. But any reverb, these simple principles apply to any reverb that you want to use. So that was our reverb. Kind of, a little dive into this particular one because that's the one that we like here at emix.com. But let us know what some of your favorite reverbs are. So maybe we can do a video on some of those in the future. And also, make sure you like and subscribe and all of that good stuff that we do here on these platforms. So this your boy DC. Thank you for diving into breaking down the mix. And we'll catch you in the next one. Holla!
Text me before bed, made sure I was never lonely before we slept.